She wishes by filing an application. And she's in no state to deal with that now. We'll get that paperwork. The 53rd Circuit Court for the County of Presque, again providing public access online and in the courtroom. And Mr. Gilbert, ready with a sentencing for who?
Ms. Day, Your Honor.
All right, this is People versus Lisa Day, file 22-93-211FH. I did receive an amended information from the prosecutor. Do you accept, have any objection to that being filed?
None, Your Honor. Thank you.
And we're here for sentencing on a charge of attempted fleeing and eluding in the 3rd degree, a 2.5-year felony, and reckless driving, a 93-day misdemeanor. If you had a chance to review the report and recommendations.
I've reviewed the report and recommendation, Your Honor.
Okay, any additions or corrections?
None.
The advisory guidelines are at 0 to 9. Any scoring challenges?
None, Your Honor.
Mr. Radsabon, any additions or corrections or scoring challenges?
No additions or corrections, no scoring challenges.
Okay. Mr. Gilbert, go ahead with the allocution.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Day, and as the court can see, is having a tough time with the recommendation. I do know that, and the court probably doesn't remember or looks in the file, Ms. Day is an individual that I did ask for a forensic on. I had a lot of concerns throughout the course of this case that she does have mental health issues. I know she does have a list of prescriptions. And talking to her just now, I guess there's been some prescriptions she hasn't been able to get refilled, and she's having some serious issues with that. There is a mental health issue, a component to this case, and I believe that's really what happened in the evening that this happened, was that she was having an episode, and which resulted in her fleeing and eluding the police officers. I don't believe if Miss Day would have been in her right mind at that time that it would have happened. She does have a history of issues with her prescriptions. I would ask the court to consider possibly a length of probation. I'm not really sure how much the incarceration would help or deter in a situation where it was a little bit probably beyond her control due to her mental health issues. So I'd ask the court to take that into consideration and consider possibly no jail. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gilbert. Ms. Day, it's not required that you would make a statement. It is allowed. Is there anything you wish to say or no?
I apologize, and like I said, I don't know what happened. My mind wasn't processing what was going on at the time, and I just can't believe that I did something like this, because it's totally out of my character. And I don't feel that I can continue my treatment if I'm incarcerated. And I need to continue my treatment because it's vital to my mental health.
All right, thank you. Mr. Radsabon, recommendations from the people?
I'm totally in agreement with the recommendation for 9 months in jail. I can't state enough how much of a risk and danger this day presented, not only to the officers involved, but to the public. To drive at that type of speed, running 3 officers off the road in order to avoid a collision, blowing through the intersection of M68 and 23 at a high rate of speed. Thankfully, Deputy Woodsford essentially sacrificed himself in his car to get her somewhat off the road before she went running down in the middle of town, and we had another incident in town. We just had a fatality out at that area maybe a couple of months ago. It's a dangerous intersection, Judge, and for her to do what she did, regardless of mental issues or not, she deserves an incarceration. And I really believe that 9 months is appropriate. And insofar as her getting mental health treatment, I'm sure it can be arranged in Northeast Michigan Community Mental Health while she's in jail to take the treatment. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Well, Ms. Day, you're here for sentencing. It is your first felony. The guidelines are 0 to 9. You did receive some benefits from the plea bargaining process to have it be a lesser felony, but this is a case where then, police are responding to your behavior, and causing a risk to the public, dancing in the roadway and then driving fast. And then you don't stop for police, you're at over 100 miles an hour. Running vehicles off the roadway, not only law enforcement, but just ordinary folks. I mean, from a case I had earlier today, where appropriate, there's a way to divert to the mental health system that can work sometimes. And in that case, it was a resisting arrest that wasn't super active resisting, and there wasn't really a great degree of risk to the officers, let alone the public. In this case, this is a case of extreme risk to the public and to those law enforcement officers. I agree with the statement in the report. It's fortunate that nobody was killed. And she's mistake compounds the mental health with the substance abuse problems as well. I think that extreme risk to the public from this situation does warrant some incarceration. Given the total circumstances, I am going to adopt that recommendation in order that Ms. Day serve 9 months in the Prescott County Jail with credit for 4 days previously served, 93 days on the misdemeanor count, again, credit for 4 days. State costs of $118 and the crime victims assessment of $130. And Ms. Day can file an appeal if she wishes by filing an application. If she's in another state to deal with that now, we'll get that paperwork.
You guys don't know nothing about mental health.